All right, I'm done launching products on Amazon. I'm doubling down and scaling my brand with affiliate marketing. Now, it's not my brand, but it serves as a good place marker product and it's dramatic. It's a good intro. In 2023, I launched my first made in the USA Amazon FBA product. This was my new brand. I was breaking away from private label and switching it up. I was going to put my heart on the line. Sounds really dramatic. And, it really invest in my first brand. Okay, this was my, after I'd learned private label for 5 years, selling almost 20 different products, I finally came to the point where I was like, okay, I want to do this for real, and I want it to be the thing I'm working on for the next 10 years, not the next 10 months. Did about $250,000 in sales that first year with that product between March and December, and then the next year, 2024, this current year, or if you're watching this in 2025, this most recent past year, we did about $500,000 in sales by launching one more new product and scaling the success of the first one. Okay. Now you would think the obvious trend there would be, okay, scale another one in year 3 running the brand, and maybe you do $750,000 a year. It seems like that's the trend right now. But no. We're done launching products for 2025. We'll not be launching a new product in 2025. As far as I can see in the foreseeable future, I'm doubling down on my content strategy, doubling down on my influencer strategy, and I'm just scaling the products that I already have because they're really high quality products with social proof, with great conversion rates. And now I just need to capture market share. And so this video is for all of you out there who maybe have your first product or are looking to start your first product and want to know how to gain traffic to that offering. You understand the idea of having a dream customer and creating a valuable offer for them that they can buy not only once, but again and again and again from you. That's very similar to my first core offer and my second offer. And now I'm ready to just take it to the moon. I want to grow the company 10 times the size that it currently is with no new launches, just really putting the pedal to the metal in terms of affiliate marketing, and most importantly, growing my Dream 100. Now, if any of you out there are familiar with Russell Brunson's book series I'm going to be talking about today is specifically from Traffic Secrets. It's the Dream 100 list. And so let me switch you over to my computer here to better describe what this looks like. And if you want to do me a favor, you could subscribe because nearly half of my viewers aren't subscribed to my video. And I really do think you're missing out. I love giving away free strategies. I'm just documenting my experiences as a made in the USA Amazon FBA seller. So if that sounds like cool content to you, come join the gang, come hang out. So I'm going to be primarily focused on Instagram today as the place that I feel most comfortable talking about this. I ran some Instagram ads. I worked with some Instagram influencers with my brand. I am definitely not an expert in this field. You should see this as much more of a, here's what I'm doing with my brand in real time and the things I'm actively learning about and implementing video. Then you should see it as a, I've scaled to $1 million with this, follow what I say and trust everything I say. This is very much so up for debate in my interpretation of the Dream 100. So basically, I'll use this account as a basis. I actually have grown this Instagram account. This was me last week. Awesome. Yeah, 1 week ago. This is a big chum salmon I just swung. Pretty stoked on that guy. He worked me pretty good. That was the last time I went out fishing. I do some fly tying stuff here. We have a sponsor, Aquaflies. We do affiliate marketing for them. So I've actually been on the other side of it. This spring alone, we drove 5 figures in sales to the Aquaflies website and to one of our mentors. But anyway, not to diverge. So if you have an Instagram account, a social account of any kind, you're familiar with the idea of reaching out to customers, because ideally my goal with this is I'm documenting my journey and then I come across on customers' screens and they find me, and maybe one day I'll have a big successful 100,000 follower account. That's the long, hard, arduous way of doing this. The way to the top is to just go figure out where your customers are hanging out already. So who are the people in my space, the influencers in my space, the top accounts in my space that have really high engagement and really high followers and have command over my dream audience already? Because what they say is worth, this might be a good place to start. Olympic Peninsula Outfitters, they have 19.6 thousand followers. They're doing fishing in the Pacific Northwest with steelhead, guide trips. This is my exact dream customer, right? So photos like this are exactly what you'll see all over my page. And if I was selling something, which I actually am selling something, I'll give you guys a quick example. For this specific example, so we have our YouTube account as well, but for instance, our website here, say I was trying to sell my merch, right? So this Savage and Smith hat. And this is, to be clear, for some context, I know all of you, like I said, 50% of you aren't subscribed, so you don't really know my story. This is not my brand, right? I didn't do $500,000 in sales this year selling merchandise. This is just my side hustle. Not even a hustle. It's just basically a hobby. I really like fishing, and so I'm slowly, over years, building a brand around fishing, mostly just off of our presence on YouTube and on social media. But nonetheless, say I had a physical product, say I had a fly tying kit that I was going to sell, and I determined, hey, the community's, obviously there, the dream customer is there, I want to get in front of them. I need to find the 100 people who already have my dream customers hanging around their content. So this would be one of them. And so what I can do is I could take a piece of paper, like if you're like really old fashioned like me, this is not that old fashioned, it's pretty cool. It's like a digital notebook. I could scan this up into my Google Drive. Or you could just open up a spreadsheet and start entering in the accounts, Olympic Peninsula Outfitters, how many followers they have. And then most importantly, right here, boom. And most of you probably doing this on mobile, but that's not what we want to do. It's under following. So under following, go to add to favorites. Okay, favorites. And then this isn't allowed on desktop, which I'm sharing my screen on right now. But if you hold the Instagram logo on the mobile version, you'll get an favorites only feed. And so what I can do is I can start cataloging. Okay, I've added Olympic Peninsula Outfitters to my Dream 100 list. Now let's go get another one. And so that's number 1 and number 2. And they can range from maybe 1,000 followers, and maybe they go all the way up to 1 million followers, wherever you are. And so, okay, this is more of a fly tying page. And so I would understand that is the same audience as the people who are fly fishing for steelhead, looking at steelhead flies. And I would also put them on my Dream 100 list. And now Dream 100 list is quite literally just a list of 100 favorites that I'm going to put in Instagram. Okay. And if your niche doesn't have influencers, doesn't have relevant creators that people are looking for, then it's indicative of a market where you don't have ideal customers. Your customer avatar is a little messed up if there's nowhere they're hanging around, if there's no one to voice their concerns for the community, if there's no sense of, hey, we're in this together, we all like this thing. So you very well could be just selling a commodity product, like even in the case of like a lens cap. I hold this up a lot because it's always on my desk. Well, maybe there are videographers and photographers that would be willing to buy these, and that's a little bit of a bad example, but okay, let's fast forward a little bit. I want to make sure that you get the most out of this video. Once I've favorited them all, there's a warm-up sequence that we have to follow, and it looks something like this. I'm going to go, imagine I just held on Instagram and I went to my favorites only feed. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my favorites only, and I'm just going to like posts. Okay, this is like my first sign that I'm engaged, because what happens when I like this post? Well, for one thing, we want to see this page for sure, because whenever I see high likes like that, 900, yeah, there's, oh my God, just tons of engagement on this channel, and 75,000 followers. So, okay, definitely I'm making it to the Dream 100. So I'm going following, I'm going add to favorites. So they have my dream customers already here, already waiting. All they would have to do is shout out my product, shout out my brand, and I'd have instant leverage and instant awareness, okay, brand awareness. Okay, cool. So once I start going through and liking all of these, and this is what I'm doing in real time, by the way. I'm working on this on my brand. And so you can see it's not a perfect science yet, but it's what I'm actively doing. So go through and like all these guys, right? And you're going to do this for like, give it a week. So for a week, just keep showing up as you're clearly watching these channels. And so for a week, everyone that gets notifications is going to see your name occasionally pop up in their notifications. And so they're warming up to the fact that you exist. And then what you do is after a week, I can click into one of these accounts. Let's go back up to one of these guys. So I go here and I can send them a DM. Always stoked to see what you're gonna post next. Okay, and that goes out. Boom. Maybe I'll send that. Why not? So we send that, and that's just a give. I'm just giving them praise. And so I haven't asked for anything from them. I've shown up, I've liked their stuff, I've messaged them and I said, your content's awesome, and didn't ask them for anything. So now what is the perception of that person versus someone who never liked any of my things? And instantly, and I get these kind of messages like with my personal brand, hey, I want to work with you. And it's like, okay, I don't know who you are, dude. So it's a really bad entry. So imagine if you went to a party and someone's walking around the party and all they're doing is selling themselves. That sounds really weird. Selling like their product, right? Like, hey, I'm Paul, I sell this product. Would you like to buy also maybe? It's so weird. It's so weird. In social media, we think there's like this different interaction that happens. It's not. It's one-to-one connection. We think it's one-to-many. It's just how am I interacting with you? And so when I look up the ladder to the people at my Dream 100 who have my audience already, they're playing this game at a very high level because they understand better than anyone how to grow that social following. They have it already, right? They've done it. They do it, and they probably love it, right? And so come to them from that place of compassion, of giving, of I'm not here to take something from you. And then what you do is warm up that Dream 100 to the idea of eventually working with you. It's about the relationship. Nurture the relationship. See the relationship as the goal, not the one-time sponsored post as the goal, not the exchange of money for something, right? See the relationship as the goal, because those are the people who are going to be able to move your product for you while you're sleeping with their content. And if you do it right, you can end up on their email lists, on their podcasts, on their reels, on their affiliate marketing list of products that they sell in their super links, whatever, on their TikTok shop. Like, you can pay them, right? You can build a relationship in which they sell your product and you pay them. That's affiliate marketing. That's ultimately the direction I want to go with this. Is I'm really pushing for this high commission rate. I can start an Amazon attribution link. I can track their sales, FBA seller, by the way. I can give them a percentage of those sales with PayPal, and every month maybe hold contests and push it a little bit further, right? So what's the need to go run out and sell more products when you have 2% of your current Amazon market share, let alone if we went to just off Amazon market share and we went to all e-com, you might have less than a percentage, which you probably do, of your market. And so this is one of the ways of figuring out where your dream customers already hang out and getting in front of them. So hopefully this was valuable for you. Again, I'm going to get back to work. This is what I'm actually doing in real time. Just got to switch back to my brand social media, and I'll be right back at it. But let me know if you have any questions down below. I'll try my best to answer them. But other than that, thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.